Hey, what's up guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, back again for another video. This time it's the Hot 5 KDP books or ideas of the week. Now, I know it took a bit of a break. I mean, moving was tough. I'm still suffering from that. However, I've almost got everything back together, but I did not want to skip a Hot 5 as you never know what kind of ideas you can grab from one of these videos. So I'm super fired up for this one. I hope you're fired up. I'm rested. I'm ready to rock and roll, and I got a ton of videos on tap with some fantastic ideas that I got not only from you, but from something in here, which who knows what it is. Sometimes I wonder. But let's go and do this. All right, so here we are. I just Googled Amazon hot new releases, so we're gonna see what's up and happening in the USA. We haven't been here in a while, but I'm sure we will see a lot of fun and a lot of action. And as usual, we're gonna today head over into books and children's books. And then we're gonna go and do activities, crafts, and games because again, we skipped a week, so we gotta see what's happening and what is going on, specifically in activity books. So no surprise, we've seen a lot of these in the top 100 for quite some time. We've seen dragons, we've seen tree houses, we've seen ivy beans, and we've even seen Bluey and his whole family. We've seen this preschool activity book. This is interesting. This is a brand new one that I've not seen before, and it is priced at $14.99, which makes it even more interesting. But this is a self-improvement guide for children. We've seen something like it, but it's kind of interesting in the simple fact that it is $14.99. However, it is a physical book, so sometimes physical books can demand a bigger price point. Now, this one's really interesting. We haven't seen anything about Earth Day. I'm guessing that it's somewhere around the block, so I'm going to call that out as number one. What better way to celebrate than a little mini sub-holidays? And I've talked about these mini sub-holidays a lot, and I am going to roll out with a video about mini sub-holidays and how you can capitalize upon them because there's probably not a lot of mini sub-day holiday books. And let's go and see what we can find if we search for that particular keyword in all of books. So if we look at Earth Day activity, let's see what pops up. There's 16 of over 10,000 results, let's say, but again, these can often be misleading. So I'm gonna go and just scroll through here and see what we have. Here's I Spy Earth Day. So there's quite a few for Earth Day. Here's a really cute cover here, activity books. And let's just scroll through some of the rest of these. They're out there and they are definitely selling somewhat. It just really depends. Like a lot of them have rank not found, and there's some that have a rank that has been found. So that means that some of them are selling. Look at this one at 2,000, this one at 53,000. And let's go to see if we just go to the next page, what it tells us in the total amount found. 17 of 32 over 10,000. So quite a big demand for this Earth Day. So again, it's something that's interesting. I would want to take some more time to investigate if I had it, but we want to jump back into the top 100 and see what else is happening. This toddler science activity book, again, love it because it goes to the demographic of toddlers, and it's kind of clear cut as to why it does that. Here's a Chinese writing workbook that we've talked about in the past. This is particularly for preschoolers. So again, I like this one a lot. We've talked about foreign language books, and again, I cannot stress it enough how if you do know a foreign language and you know both languages, then it'd probably be in your best interest to create something for that. Here is another great one that I like. This is the First Communion Coloring Activity Book. Again, this is the sub-holidays of major holidays, but it's a big turning point when a child does their first Holy Communion, and there's also when they do their confirmation. So a couple different opportunities if you are Catholic or you're creating books for Catholic children. Very similar to the Jewish books and how well those do. So again, communion coloring book are a sub-holiday of a big deal. Like it's not really considered a major holiday, but it's kind of like a sub-holiday. Again, Wilderness Adventure Cap, we've seen all those. Those do extremely well. Here's some penguins and Pokemon. Pokemon is always fire. It's always going to do well. But again, it's trademark branded. You don't want to go near Pokemon or else you're going to be in deep, deep trouble. Okay, here we are, Bluey. This time Bluey's having a whole family reunion. Check this out. Look, how many dogs can you fit on a cover of a book? Well, just ask Bluey. And like I said, Bluey does anything, takes a dump. He goes out to the ocean. They write a book about it. Fantastic book, but fantastic brand, and they're making a ton of money from it. Here is a bug book, which we've talked about in the past. Good old unicorns and flower books. All those have been featured before, and so has Ramadan, which again, going now into the Jewish books. We got some Catholic books, we got some Jewish books. Think of any other religion that could potentially release a book about, and that's what I would go for, since those books they're getting more and more popular as time goes on. Here we have the chemistry experiment book that we talked about before, and some animals and summer books, all things that we've spoken about before. So not a lot that's brand new going on other than the Catholic books that we already talked about. And again, Bluey, this time he's in a coloring book. And again, it looks like he's having a family reunion. Here he's with Mrs. Bluey and all the kids that happen as a result of him meeting Mrs. Bluey. Here is again another Earth Day book, which again, Earth Day is fire. There's the second time it's come up. And I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up several more times, gauging by the fact that there was over 10,000 titles that had Earth Day as one of the keywords. Here's how to draw a little bit of everything. So that's kind of interesting, as is this simple and big coloring book for toddlers, because it's really big pictures so they don't go out of the lines and they can really practice staying in the lines. And Princess Stoner, this is an entirely different cover. They even have the Disney on there. So I don't know why these people are releasing these. They could potentially lose their KDP account. So again, don't do that. Do not try and trademark infringe on somebody that's created something that's really huge, especially Disney. And sometimes a lot of people are under the assumption that Disney's not even going to care. They won't even look at it, which could be the case, but eventually it's going to come down on them and they will lose their KDP account. We talked about this Food Anatomy book as well as the Ramadan before, and this looks like a really generic Harry Potter book. Again, I think this could be one of the cases where it's trademark infringing. And again, don't do that. Now, this little sheep book where the sheep is really excited, I mean, it looks like that's really a bad way to draw a sheep or a llama. Really think about what that could be, but it's very strange looking. It doesn't look like a llama. It looks like something else. So whoever drew this, man, go back to the drawing board. That llama looks really weird. So here we got Ramadan and EID. So I'm not sure what EID stands for, but there are a lot of Ramadan books. So maybe somebody out there, I thought Ramadan had to do with Jewish holidays, but I guess it doesn't. I have no idea what it is. You guys can enlighten me on that. Again, I'm a complete idiot when it comes to religion. So again, I'm just not certain. This one here is the first book we've seen pop up about mom. And yes, Mother's Day is right around the corner. So we will start to see a ton of those. And if you have not already seen the Mother's Day keyword video, you definitely have to check that out so that you can be ready to go when Mother's Day books start popping, which is, guess what, right now. This is the first one we've seen. It's already in the top 100 and it's number 68,000 in books. So I only imagine that's going to improve as time gets closer and closer to Mother's Day, which is very, very soon. Here is a camping logbook. We've talked about that in the past, and that is popping off right now. Here's a puppies and kittens coloring book for girls. So again, it's very specific with the demographic targeting girls, and it's puppies and kittens. So you get the best of both worlds. And then lastly, here's a butterfly coloring book, which I imagine is going to do pretty well. We've seen flowers do well, we've seen bugs do pretty well, but butterflies, that's an entirely different thing. This one is titled For Kids. So what I might do if I did one of these is I would do a butterfly coloring book for girls. So it's very specific. And again, I don't really see little boys liking butterflies too much, but girls, how many tattoos have we seen that girls have that consist of butterflies? And even furthermore, about the only guys that I see that like butterflies are, I've seen a lot of my gay friends that have butterfly tattoos. And yes, they are dudes. So what does that tell you about butterflies? Create them for little girls. That's what you want to do with butterflies. So, all right, that's pretty much it. That looks like it's a wrap. Pink is for boys. We talked about that before, but that's all that we really found this time around. There was possibly 3 different things. But again, those 3 different ideas can blossom into other ideas, and then they can make you some more money. So that's it. If you have questions and or comments, post them below. I always personally answer them, and I'll see you guys next time.